Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a place where traditional norms about love and relationships are turned upside down? Welcome to Mongolia, the strangest country where women embrace the freedom to have many lovers. This vibrant culture challenges our preconceived notions of romance, showcasing a society that celebrates love in all its forms. From the breathtaking landscapes to the rich traditions, Mongolia offers a unique perspective on relationships that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Join us as we dive deep into the heart of Mongolia, uncovering the stories behind its fascinating customs and the bold women who redefine love. If you're curious to explore this extraordinary world, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. Let's embark on this incredible journey together. In Mongolia, the nomadic lifestyle has shaped unique traditions, especially among the Mozuo people, a group with Mongolian origin still residing in parts of the country today. For centuries, the constant movement of people, with men often venturing out for tasks such as hunting or exploring new territories, led to a dangerous reality. Many men never returned. Harsh conditions, accidents, and other risks left women without the support their husbands once provided. One of the most fascinating responses to this hardship can be seen in the creation of what is often referred to as the Kingdom of Women. The Mozuo community, which consists of about 40,000 members, mostly living along the borders between Mongolia and China, in remote villages surrounded by beautiful rustic wooden homes. This isolation has allowed them to preserve their ancient customs, including the practice of traveling marriages. So, what exactly is a traveling marriage? After a traditional coming-of-age ceremony, Yuo women gain the freedom to choose their lovers and can have as many or as few as they desire throughout their lifetime. Unlike most societies, these couples do not live together. Instead, children are raised within the mother's family, and male relatives such as uncles and brothers take on the fatherly role. Many believe that the hardships faced by men, especially the dangers of nomadic life, are the key reasons this system has persisted. It ensures that the family structure remains strong even in the absence of men. The Mozuo's ability to maintain such traditions has captivated sociologists and travelers alike. Before we move forward, let us know what you think about this unique way of life. Would you ever consider visiting Mongolia to experience it firsthand? Let us know in the comments below. The surprises do not end here. In Mongolia, one of the most unusual customs that has caught the attention of many is the ancient practice known as bridal stealing. In some rural areas of Mongolia, traces of this tradition still persist, even though it's officially prohibited by law today. Bridal stealing, as it's called, involves a man stealing the woman he desires to marry and taking her to his home, where a marriage ceremony is often held. While this practice was more widespread in the past, it has significantly decreased in recent years, thanks to legal reforms. However, some rural communities may still hold on to remnants of this practice, showing how deeply rooted traditions can be in certain parts of the world. On the political side, Mongolia's journey to becoming a fully recognized independent nation wasn't an easy one. In the year 1990, Mongolia experienced a peaceful revolution, marking the end of decades of communist rule. This shift led to the adoption of a democratic system, transforming the country's governance. Just 2 years later, in the year 1992, Mongolia was officially admitted as a full member of the United Nations, reinforcing its status as an independent and sovereign state on the global stage. What makes Mongolia stand out even more is its warrior past, deeply embedded in the nation's cultural identity. This history may explain why certain ancient practices, like bridal stealing, developed in the first place. It's a land of great contrasts, where history, tradition, and progress meet in unexpected ways. Let's dive into one of the most fascinating aspects of Mongolian culture: shagi, or Mongolian ankle bone prediction. This centuries-old tradition uses the ankle bones of sheep or goats for fortune-telling in various games. So, what makes this practice so integral to Mongolian life? And why is it still relevant today? Shagi is deeply connected to Mongolia's nomadic lifestyle and rich spiritual heritage, blending both shamanistic and Buddhist beliefs. The bones, when cast, land on one of 4 sides, each representing a different animal: sheep, camel, horse, or goat. But what do these animals symbolize? The sheep stands for stability, the camel for endurance, the horse for strength and the goat for agility. Together, they offer guidance on everything from health to important life decisions. Isn't it amazing how each animal carries such deep meaning? This ancient form of prediction, rooted in old Mongolian texts, shows the tight relationship between daily life, nature, and spirituality. And it's not just a mystical practice. Shaji also plays a major social role through various games, but these games blur the lines between the sacred and the recreational, illustrating how play and prophecy come together in Mongolian culture. It's a remarkable example of how traditions adapt and thrive even in today's fast-paced world. For many outsiders, the simplicity of Shagi is surprising, but it's this very simplicity that holds profound symbolic weight. How many cultures do you know that combine fortune-telling with fun and games in such a unique way? Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just press the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It means the world. It really supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Mongolia, often called the land of the blue sky, boasts an impressive 260 sunny days each year. But how does this affect life in such a remote and fascinating country? This abundance of sunshine isn't just a meteorological quirk. It plays a central role in the daily lives of the people living in this vast and unique land. While most of Mongolia's population follows Tibetan Buddhism, around 53 to be exact, this spiritual landscape is much more diverse than it seems. With religions like shamanism and Tengrism coexisting, these traditions deeply influence the Mongolian way of life. Interestingly, despite only 8% of the population actively practicing Buddhism, its cultural impact is still felt throughout Mongolian society. Did you know that the first Buddhist temple here dates back to the year 1586? This marked the start of Mongolia's rich religious history. Mongolia might not be the first country that comes to mind for most tourists, but it offers a reality worth diving into. One of the most intriguing aspects of Mongolian culture is its superstitions. Have you ever heard of Birkenkallen, a sacred mountain believed to be the birthplace of the legendary Genghis Khan? According to local traditions, this mountain holds mystery. Many believe that touching it with your right hand brings good luck and protects against evil spirits. So, while Mongolia might not be flooded with tourists, doesn't the idea of discovering these age-old traditions make it worth a closer look? What other fascinating stories do you think this mysterious land holds? Stay tuned as we uncover more about this fascinating land. An intriguing spiritual practice is Mongolian shamanism, rooted in ancient tradition like Tengrism. This belief system has captivated those who study it for its ability to survive through centuries of cultural shifts. But what's even more remarkable, shamanism didn't just survive. It adapted to modern life in ways you might never expect. For instance, despite the spread of Buddhism and the harsh repression during the Soviet era, shamanic practices made a surprising comeback after the 1990s. How did this happen? Shamans, who serve as intermediaries between the human and spirit worlds, use intense rituals involving rhythmic drumming, chanting, and trance-like states to communicate with both ancestors and nature spirits. Imagine the energy in the air as these rituals unfold, connecting the past with the present and the spiritual with the physical. Today, shamans have modernized their ancient practices to meet contemporary needs. They now perform rituals for issues like health, success in business, and even personal relationships. It's fascinating to see how practices meant for ancient survival have evolved to address the everyday challenges of today's world. Have you ever wondered how such ancient traditions can seamlessly blend with modern life? Siblings, what makes this even more intriguing is that Mongolian shamanism is not just about religion. It's a living, breathing part of daily life, shaping everything from health to love. So how does this ancient practice still resonate with people today, especially in a world that's rapidly changing? Could it be that in Mongolia, spiritual wisdom and modern challenges meet in the most unexpected ways? Stay tuned as we continue discovering more mysteries in this place. Have you ever heard of a place where ice cream and sheep's eye juice both hold a special spot in the local culture? Mongolia is known for its unique take on ice cream, a refreshing treat best enjoyed during the warm summer months. According to an old story, a group of Mongolian warriors, after a victorious battle in the desert heat, stumbled upon an ingenious solution to cool off. One of them mixed fresh snow with mare's milk, and this frosty creation became what we now know as Mongolian ice cream. Over time, this frozen delicacy has become a symbol of Mongolian ingenuity, combining the simplicity of nature with cultural resourcefulness. But that's not all. Mongolia is also home to one of the most unusual drinks in the world, sheep's eye juice. You might be wondering, why sheep's eyes? This traditional beverage, made from tomato juice, vinegar, and yes, sheep's eyes, is believed to be the ultimate cure for a hangover. Mongolians have long appreciated this drink for its revitalizing properties, often preparing it during festivals and celebrations when the party lasts long into the night. It might sound surprising, but sheep's eye juice holds a special place in Mongolian culture, both for its unique flavor and its supposed health benefits. Would you be bold enough to try these cultural staples if you found yourself in Mongolia? These are just a couple of examples of how Mongolia's traditions and history have shaped the everyday lives of its people in the most interesting ways. Besides the unique cuisine, the natural beauty of this country is something to behold. Mongolia is dominated by expansive steppes and vast green plains that are home to nomadic herders and their livestock, including horses, yaks, and sheep. This is where you can experience the tranquil rhythm of traditional Mongolian life, which is deeply connected to nature and free from the rush of modern society. The southern region is home to the famous Gobi Desert, one of the largest and driest in Asia. It may seem like a barren land, but the Gobi hides incredible secrets. Like ancient fossils, millions of years ago, this desert was inhabited by dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. Thanks to the region's dry climate, fossils here are perfectly preserved, making Mongolia a treasure trove for paleontologists. One of the most famous discoveries is a theropod dinosaur, similar to the Tyrannosaurus rex, found in the Gobi Desert. This well-preserved fossil has contributed significantly to our understanding of dinosaur evolution. In the year 2018, scientists also discovered a fossilized skull of a primitive mammal from 75 million years ago. Mongolia is also famous for fossilized dinosaur eggs, which have given insight into dinosaur reproduction and development. Heading north, you'll discover Lake Hovsgol, one of the largest and most beautiful lakes in Mongolia. Its clear waters and green shores provide a perfect retreat, while the lake serves as an important habitat for migratory birds. Another significant feature is the Kurlan River, one of Mongolia's longest, which flows through the steppes and mountains, creating beautiful, life-giving landscapes. Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia's capital, experiences extreme winters, with temperatures dropping as low as 30 deg below zero. Despite the cold, the city's proximity to some incredible landmarks makes it worth visiting. One such landmark is the gigantic Genghis Khan equestrian statue located in Sanjin Bulldog, near the capital. This 40-meter-tall steel structure, the largest of its kind in the world, pays tribute to Mongolia's legendary leader, Genghis Khan. The statue is part of a tourist complex with a museum and cultural center, giving visitors an opportunity to delve into Mongolia's rich history. While Mongolia may seem like a distant and unfamiliar land, its rich culture, ancient traditions, and stunning landscapes make it a destination unlike any other. One of the most fascinating aspects of life in Mongolia is the deeply rooted nomadic. But what does it actually mean to live a nomadic lifestyle in Mongolia? Well, imagine waking up every day in a traditional tent known as a jir, nestled at the foot of towering mountains, surrounded by untouched nature and sweeping landscapes that stretch as far as the eye can see. For many Mongolians, this isn't just a rare escape. It's their everyday reality. They live in tune with the rhythms of nature, moving with their herds and adapting to the changing seasons. In a Mongolian year, each morning begins with the crisp mountain air, filling the space as sunlight streams through small openings. Families gather around a wood stove to prepare a simple but hearty breakfast, often featuring yak milk, an essential energy source for their busy days. After breakfast, family members divide the day's responsibilities. Some head out to tend livestock across the vast plains, while others stay behind to care for the home, repair the gear, or handle daily chores. This connection to the land and animals shapes their entire way of life, with each day bringing new challenges in this rugged and breathtaking environment. Mongolia's nomads have mastered survival in one of the world's harshest climates while maintaining their ancestral traditions. Their daily lives revolve around livestock, which include horses, sheep, goats, yaks, and camels. These animals provide them with nearly everything they need: food, milk, wool, and transportation, making them essential for survival. The nomadic lifestyle is defined by mobility, as families are always on the move in search of fresh pasture and water for their herds. In the warmer months, they camp in the high mountain pastures, while in the colder months, they retreat to sheltered valleys to escape the brutal winter snows. Sithia's Mongolian gyre, or yurt, is more than just a home. It's a symbol of adaptability and resilience. This circular, portable structure is made of wool felt, allowing it to be quickly assembled and disassembled as the family moves. Inside, the space is simple but cozy, featuring practical furniture like beds, tables, and stoves that keep the family warm during the frigid winter months. Mongolia is a land where the ancient and the modern exist side by side, where traditions remain strong and life is shaped by the forces of nature. So what do you think about this nomadic way of life? Could you live like this? Let us know in the comments. When it comes to Mongolia, you might think of wide open steppes and nomadic culture, but life here is filled with fascinating traditions and celebrations that set it apart from anywhere else in the world. During the long cold winters, Mongolian festivals bring warmth and excitement to the lives of the people. Have you ever wondered how a country with such a harsh climate celebrates? Winter is the festival season in Mongolia. Cities come alive with concerts, parades, and traditional dance performances that light up the streets. One of the most significant of these festivals is Sagayan Sar, Mongolia's Lunar New Year celebration. Families gather for lavish banquets and intricate ceremonies that honor their ancestors and welcome the new year. But the Mongolian way of life isn't only about celebrations. A centuries-old tradition that still thrives today is hunting with golden eagles in the remote Altai Mountains. Hunters train these majestic birds to catch wild animals like foxes and rabbits, keeping an ancient practice alive. Can you imagine the skill and dedication it takes to work with these powerful predators? Mongolia's warrior spirit shines brightly in July during the country's largest festival, Nyadam. This annual event showcases the three skills of mess, wrestling, archery, and horse racing. These competitions aren't just about physical prowess, but also reflect Mongolia's deep cultural identity, one rooted in strength, honor, and tradition. Nyadam draws thousands of spectators from across Mongolia and around the world, offering a vibrant and unforgettable experience of Mongolian life. Directly heard about Mongolia's three famous sports: wrestling, archery, and horse racing. But did you know that each of these comes with a fascinating twist? Take Mongolian wrestling, known locally as buck. Unlike what you might expect, there are no weight classes, no time limits, and only men compete at the national level. While women traditionally don't participate in national tournaments, they are starting to break barriers by joining local competitions. When a wrestler wins, the celebration is also something to behold. The victor performs the eagle dance, a symbolic gesture of power and freedom. Next, let's talk about archery. Both men and women compete in this ancient sport, but unlike other competitions where scores flash on digital boards, Mongolian archery is judged purely by verbal cues from the judges. This keeps the experience rooted in old customs, where precision and tradition blend seamlessly. And then there's horse racing. What sets Mongolian horse racing apart? For starters, the jockeys are not adults but children, some as young as 5 years old. These young riders race over vast open terrain in endurance-based competitions that are about much more than just speed. In fact, these races can stretch over distances up to 17 miles. But don't worry, safety measures have been updated in recent years to better protect these young athletes. The Nyadam Festival isn't just a celebration of sports. It's a reflection of Mongolia's evolving culture. While it honors the country's nomadic heritage and its ties to the days of Genghis Khan, it also highlights the growing role of women in fields traditionally dominated by men. This blend of old and new is what makes Nyadam and life in Mongolia so incredibly unique. Sharing Mongolia, the ultimate travel guide to must-see places. Mongolia is a unique travel destination filled with must-see experiences. Begin your journey in Ulaanbaatar, the bustling capital, home to rich museums like the National Museum of Mongolia and the Gendan Monastery, as well as the towering Genghis Khan. Next, explore the vast Gobi Desert, famous for its pristine landscapes, wildlife, and nomadic villages where you can ride camels and camp under the stunning night sky. Don't miss visiting Karakoram, an ancient city that was once the heart of the Mongol Empire, featuring the ruins of the Erdene Monastery, one of the oldest Buddhist temples in the region. Lake Kovsgol, known as the Pearl of Mongolia, is the perfect stop for outdoor enthusiasts, offering hiking and kayaking opportunities. For those who love to explore wilderness areas, head to the Altai Tavanbog National Park, where snow-capped peaks and glacial lakes await, home to several rare animal species. The Orkhon Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands out for its breathtaking natural scenery and historical sites linked to nomadic culture. During your journey, be sure to visit the historic ruins of Karakoram, which was once the capital of the Mongol Empire, and Taikar Shuluwu, a massive rock formation with a unique shape, famous for its local folklore. Lastly, the Bayan-Olgiai region in western Mongolia will offer you a chance to experience its unique culture and stunning landscapes. If you have the opportunity, participate in the Eagle Hunting Festival. Yolinin A Maro Gorge in the Gobi Mountains is also ideal for hiking and admiring the beauty of ice and mountains. Mongolia is sure to leave you with unforgettable memories. In conclusion, life in Mongolia is a fascinating blend of ancient traditions and modern realities, where cultural practices shape relationships and social dynamics in unique ways. The idea of women having multiple lovers may seem strange to some, but it reflects a different perspective on love, partnership, and community that thrives in this beautiful country. Mongolian society challenges conventional norms, allowing individuals the freedom to express their desires and build connections on their own terms. As you explore the complexities of life in Mongolia, you might find that these customs offer valuable lessons about love, acceptance, and the importance of personal choice. If you found this glimpse into Mongolia's intriguing culture captivating, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content about the world's most unique places. Your support helps us bring you more amazing stories, so don't miss out on our future videos. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next one.